Hey guys, this is gonna be my basically review for the entire season of The Walking Dead. This is gonna be my review for the 9th season. So the premiere, A New Beginning, was very cool. We got to see some time changes. Jadis has changed, joined up with the group. Gabriel's looking all awesome. Gregory gets hung to death. Maggie's baby is, thriving and everything. Rick, Michonne, Judith, they're living a good life and everything. It was a solid premiere, and it was a very nice introduction to Season 9. Episode 2, The Bridge, was a pretty good episode. Casey Miracle is in the background of this photo, by the way, with Daryl's fight on the bridge. At the end, the guy gets killed, this rogue savior that's, really got it coming to him, and it was a very enjoyable episode. Also, Aaron's arm gets cut off, which was very gruesome and awesome. Episode 3, Warning Signs, was a decent episode. Justin being killed and Savior's having fallout from that, and disagreeing with Rick, and him and Carol talking, and Daryl and Maggie finding out that Oceanside's the one killing the Saviors, and then they let them kill a rot, which was very dark, and this was a really fun, cool episode for the season. Episode 4, The Obliged, was a very important episode, because this is the episode where Rick gets impaled by the rod. Also, him and Daryl have a very emotional argument and disagreement inside of a pit, and the Saviors find out that Oceanside's been killing the Saviors, so there's a fallout with that. And this, of course, leads up to one of my favorite episodes of The Walking Dead, the final episode for Rick Grimes. Episode 5, What Comes After. Fantastic episode, probably one of the best in the entire series. In fact, you can go see my top 10 favorite Walking Dead episodes to find out if it's my number 1. Spoiler alert, it is. This was an awesome episode. It was a great send out for Rick. I love how they didn't kill him off. They're gonna make 3 movies about him, and they confirmed Jadis will be in them. Also the time skip with older Judith and the introduction of Magna's group, and hallucinations of Herschel, Sasha, and Shane were very emotional and great. And I just love the deterioration of Rick throughout this episode. It was a fantastic episode. I'm gonna miss Andrew Lincoln on this show, but I'm glad that his final episode is one that probably I know dozens upon dozens of fans will never forget, and this will go down in history as one of the greatest character standouts in Walking Dead history. Episode 6 was a fairly decent episode. Getting more information about Magna's group, Connie, Kelly, Yumiko, and Luke, and Magna, of course. We learn a little bit more about what's been happening over the time skip. Rosita and Gabriel are a thing now, and this is also the episode where the Whisperers get introduced at the end, with Eugene and Rosita hiding in the mud. I thought that was a very cool scene, with them going like, "Where are they?" Which was really cool. Also, Eugene sets up a radio satellite thing, which will come in handy because, as we know, in the finale, somebody was on that radio. Episode 7, Strandivarius, was a fairly decent episode as well. Learning more and more about Magna's group, Michonne learning to trust them, Sadiq and DJ going along with them, Luke talking about how he thinks music is going to survive throughout the apocalypse and everything was great. Henry and Carol at the hilltop was great. Seeing Tara and everybody in the hilltop was a great experience. Then episode 8, Evolution, the mid-season finale, was very shocking because, of course, in this episode we have the death of Jesus, and the Whisperer's first really big introduction into the show. It shocked people and non-comic readers. This was a fantastic episode. I love how they were traveling through the storm, finding Eugene all frightened and everything. It was a very influential and awesome, creepy episode. Episode 9, Adaptation, the mid-season premiere, was awesome. Of course, we had the interrogation with Lydia, them finding Lydia, her introduction in this episode. Henry being stuck in the jail cell and kind of, telling Daryl to back off of her. And then Alpha showing up later on in the season to get her. This was a nice setup episode, and it was a great mid-season finale or mid-season premiere. Episode 10, Omega, when we finally get to meet Alpha, get some backstory on her. It was absolutely horrific and terrific how they handled her backstory reveal, Lydia telling the side of the story that Alpha told her, and then the side of the story that she remembers, and how Alpha killed her dad because he was weak. And you see how Alpha, she proves in this episode that she does not care for anything. She will let a baby die. She will absolutely murder whoever she has to in order to get what she loves back. Even though she ends up hitting Lydia in the next episode. Speaking of that next episode, episode 11, Bounty, they finally give Lydia away to Alpha. She gets hit. And, they move out from the hilltop. This was kind of another setup episode. It wasn't really that important. Not much went on. I do like how Connie got the baby out of the field and was getting chased by the zombies, and then Daryl came in there, and then Daryl and Connie and Henry leave to get Lydia. Then episode 12, Guardians, is a really awesome episode because this is the introduction for Beta, who is possibly one of my favorite antagonists in the entire comic book lore and story arc for the Whispers. I love how he just shocked Henry out of nowhere, grabbed him, and Henry was all like, oh my gosh, these people are monsters, as Alpha just kills her own if they betray her. Daryl and Connie looking for him, and then Daryl putting on the Whisper mask and infiltrating the Whisper camp was awesome. Sorry, guys. Episode 13, Chokepoint, was an awesome episode because this was the Daryl versus Beta fight. Even though it was a small fight, I did enjoy it, how Daryl pushed him down the elevator shaft, outsmarted him a little bit. Henry and Lydia officially become, I guess, a couple, sort of. Dog has an awesome moment where he attacks a Whisper that attacks Henry. Connie gets some nice moments in there. And then Tara and Magna and Yumiko and some others meet the Highwayman, and Carol and Ezekiel and them tell the Highwayman to come to the fair. Now, episode 14, Scars. This was a very important episode because this is a flashback episode, pretty much, explaining why Michonne is cut off to like a lot of the other communities. This is because she was basically branded by a bunch of kids and by a person that she trusted, that she knew before the apocalypse. That woman pretty much forced her into something she didn't want to do, and Michonne had to murder kids. Very dark episode. Oh boy, this is the big one. Episode 15, The Calm Before. The Headpikes. Henry, Tara, Enid, Tammy Rose, Rodney, Addie, Ozzy, Alec, DJ, and Frankie dead, just like that. The fair infiltration of Alpha was very, sort of cryptic, the way she snuck around there and got friends with Ezekiel, and then he showed her around. She eventually got everybody separated and captured them. Sadiq's speech at the end was great. I loved how they revealed the Headpikes, showing people looking for them at the fair, wondering where the heck are they. And this was just a very shocking episode. I'm surprised they saved this for episode 15 and not the finale. But the finale is actually when we get the Blizzard, which is an insanely lame finale. I'll still give it 5 stars, though, because Negan was the highlight of the episode. He has so many great lines, great moments. He saves Judith and Dog from hypothermia, and I love that. Also, this, sets up Whisper War. Alpha is getting ready, has Beta beat her with a tree branch to make her stronger. Lydia tries to get Carol to kill her, which is very dark. Daryl, he's starting a little family, he's got Connie as a really good friend, Dog, and then Lydia. Yeah, it wasn't a very, like, action-packed finale, but it was a good one. So that's my review for the entire Season 9 of The Walking Dead. Sorry I sound a little bit weird in this video. My throat's been acting up all day, and I've been talking a lot today. So, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Let me know what your favorite episode of Season 9 was, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.